Good afternoon, everyone. So here we are back on a Sunday doing a video, and let me just see if I'm on screen. Yes, okay, if I stay there I'm on screen. I'm going to work on this. I'm just having a macchiato, cafe macchiato. Okay, right, so we need to increase this spine, so I'm going to grab my cutter. Probably should get my mat out. This is just like my little handy, very oh, it's a Friskers. I didn't realize it was a Friskers. Two-sided craft mat. I never even read it. Well, that side I don't like. It's very slippery on that side, so I don't know how it's two-sided because I find it slippery. I don't know why I'm being so precious about cutting these pages out. I'm just getting right into it. Oh gosh, look what I've done. Just getting right into it today. I do need to cut that spine, so I don't know why, as I'm saying, I don't know why I'm being so precious. But I don't want to ruin the pages. Just a second. Now, what's going on here? Oh, I see. Okay. I'll just take this page off. I can see better here. Slice it down the side there. I'll tidy it up afterwards. So they're the pages. Now, I need to get rid of, we're going to be covering that anyway, so I guess I might use my scissors here. You could use your knife. I'm just going to use my scissors. It's not too hard. Just going to cut it off. I'm not going to be able to see it anyway. And I'll put some glue under there, I think. What's that? Yeah, I'll put glue under there, and I'm going to get rid of this little bit here. Looks like it was like some type of contact paper, but it's quite a nice one, if I'm honest. Okay, so let me just get some glue under there. We don't want that lifting. I might use the tacky glue. I think I might. I'm just thinking what type of spine. So we could have a hard spine and do what we did the other day with the first one. Or we could have a soft spine. I'm making a big mess here. Got my towel ready. I'm organized today. You see, I did a bit of a tidy up yesterday. I had a couple of shelves that had gotten out of control, and so I really needed to tidy them up. Let me just grab a clip. And I found all these things that I didn't remember that I had. So I had said that my aunt had given me a whole lot of silk ribbon for embroidery. And when I pulled out my box, when I did that tag with the silk ribbon embroidery on it, I thought, oh, I knew my aunt gave me more of those, and it didn't look like very much. Well, I found a whole box full. So I said to Mum today, I said, Mum, you gave me all of your ribbons because you didn't think you were doing that anymore. Now you're going out and buying them because you want to do some ribbon embroidery. So I told her that not to buy any. She only bought a couple at the sewing basket. I told her that I would send her as part of what my aunt gave me, because she gave me whole things that hadn't even been opened yet. Okay, so that's my thing. Now I'm just thinking, do we want to, I think I'm going to do a soft spine on this one. Yeah, I'm going to do a soft spine. Let that dry a minute. But now how deep do I want it? Oh, I probably should put some glue under. Oh yes, that's interesting. Oh look, there's a thing in there too. That's really bizarre. Oh, what a shame that couldn't be a pocket. I could open it on the other side, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to put a little bit of glue in there. I won't be able to glue it all because it's all the way down, but I'm just going to drop some glue in there just to have it stick down. Okay, that'll do. Okay. Oh, look at all that glue oozing. I'm very generous with my glue. I seem to be in a bit of a faffing about sort of mood today. Just faffing I am. Let me just see. Like, I'm not going anywhere very fast. That's what I'm just flapping about. Bit of a flapper. Okay, so let's just clean the glue off there. Just quickly wipe the excess off there. Right. Better stop mucking around and get on with the job, hey? That'll do. That'll do. Okay, so I'm going to use this tape again to help me on my way. So what about a 1 inch? Maybe we'll do like a little fat book. It's going to be a soft spine, so it'll shrink down. It'll flop down. So until it gets its pages in. So I better bring it down just a little bit closer to me. I'm sorry if I go a little bit off screen, but I need to bring it closer to me because I can't see so well what I'm doing if I don't. Okay, that looks good. So I'm going to grab this. So I'm just going to grab one piece. I'm just going to stick it there. I hope they don't move. Just to hold it for a second. Okay, and then I'm going to flip it over. Put it on there. Okay. And now I can do this part of the job. And I'm just going to cut that straight. So my Christmas one, I can't even remember how I did it. I think I did it, I'm finding this to be more sticky now. My Christmas one, I did it, I think I just did it with fabric. I am going to put fabric over this, but I want to start off with my tape. I think I only just did it fabric just because I didn't have any tape near me at the time. And I've also got glue oozing out there, so I think that's going to be fine. Stick that down. And then we'll cover that. We're going to have two here as well. We'll have one here. It's really fun when you find, I said to Mum today, I said it's when you tidy up and you find all these things you had no recollection of having. It's like shopping in your own home without spending any money. Well, you've already spent it. But you didn't remember that you spent it because you didn't remember you had those things. Okay. Look at that instant spine. And it's not that floppy. Good. Good, good, good. Cool. And I could go a little bit like this just to crease it a little bit. Okay, great. I like this tape. It's not as sticky as I said Robin Marie's is. I do have carpet tape. Someone mentioned carpet tape. I do have that, but I have the double-sided one. I'm just going to grab my go-to, what's it, sheet one that I use. Yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, I have carpet tape, but it's the double-sided one that I fancied making fabric washi, and then I became very quickly bored of that idea. Okay, so let's see how long this is. I see that's going to be perfect. Perfect. So, but I like it to be wider. I grab my scissors that cut fabric a little bit. Love doing that. I don't know, isn't it silly? I just love ripping fabric. And I'm going to take that bit off. So what I sometimes do is just like crease it there. So I get where my point where I need to put my snip, and then I'll rip it. Right, and we're going to glue that down. We don't want any lumpy bits there. Now, what I'm thinking is I don't want to stitch into this when it's on my spine. So I might do, this might be a floating binding, not floating binding, floating, I can't remember what you call it. You know what I mean. It's going to be floating. Oh, I can't think what you call it. I'm just going to grab this, give it a good old shake. Shake, shake, shake. Where's my silicone thing? Where have you gone? Where have you gone? I tied it up and where have you gone? See, this is what happens. This is the danger. There's the glory of tidying up is that you find things that you don't remember that you had. The danger of tidying up is that you can't find anything anymore. The other things that you had. I can't find it. It was here. This is not good. I need it. Well, I'll have a sip of coffee while I look around. I cannot see it. This is bizarre. I know where I might have put it. I might have just moved the iPad. Yes, I did. I put it away, you see, and it was hiding behind the iPad. Found it. No panic. Found it. Okay. The crafting must be relaxing on the weekend, don't we all think? I think so. We have to relax on the weekend and enjoy ourselves. Well, we should enjoy ourselves all the time, but not so frenetic though. We're not in a hurry. We're not going anywhere. Well, I'm not, for sure. Okay. So I think that's probably plenty. Yep, so I'm going to do the floating. I think it's the, oh, I know, a floating spine. I think that's what you call it. I had a blank. So someone told me that PVA glue is expensive in the US. It's one of our cheaper glues that we can get over here. I think even in Australia it's fairly inexpensive. Things like Fabri-Tac and Eileen's Tacky Glue are more expensive. Because this is like a kid's craft glue really, but it just does stick everything. I always consider the PVA one of the poorer sort of glues because it's just, you know, like kids use it at school and that sort of thing. It's not as, you know, it's not a fancy glue. Okay, I do have a lump there. I think I need to roll it out. There we go. So that kind of needs to dry. I could, if I were a good girl, just wipe off the excess there so I can then safely flip it over and not stick it to my table. Okay, good idea to have something damp that you can use to wipe up and stuff like that. Okay, so that's that. So that's going to be inside and you'll be able to see the fluffy bits coming up. And then this is going to go on here. But I can see my tape a little bit. So what I want to do is I'm probably going to put some fabric on the outside as well. So I'm going to have a nice, super strong, really super strong spine. But I'm not going to cut it quite as wide, I think. That's what I'm thinking. Just find the appropriate piece to tear. Well, there's not really one. Oh, here, down here is probably best way to go. And I'm just going to do it a little bit wider than the width of the, I just want to measure it. It doesn't really have to be quite as long as the other. In fact, I can just snip along there and that will be perfect. Yeah, it doesn't have to be, and I'll keep that bit there. I don't know if we'll be able to see it, but if we can, that's a bonus, in my opinion, where the old stitching was. And we're going to put that kind of centered. Oh, I'm going to dip into the glue. Good one, Rachel. I'm looking for the glue to dip into. I mean, seriously. There is no glue to dip into. You've got to put the glue on the thing. That might be enough. So we'll put down there, across there. We want it to sort of stick well there. We don't want to see the tape. So I could have attached a piece on here, but I like the piece how it is. So I think I'll just have fabric on my spine, on the exterior of my spine. So that will deal with the issue of seeing the tape. Mind you, it's a nice colour tape. It's a craft colour tape, so it's not offensive. Okay, like that. So that's there. And then we've got to put this on like that. It's going to go on there. I guess I'll just glue it on, and then we'll get a surprise as to what it looks like when we I think I'll put some glue on here, and then I'll put glue in the vague area where in the center, if you know what I mean. Like, so I'll smush it around like this on here. I don't know if you can see. I actually like my new ring light because the other one, it's bigger, and it also is very stable. The other one was inexpensive. I think I told you I probably paid about €12 for it, not much. And so then I can put glue here everywhere. And it was very wobbly. It had the tripod feet, but it would, I mean, literally they would not stand up on their own. They were hopeless, hopeless, hopeless tripod feet they were. Just spread this around a little bit. You want to be generous with your glue. You want it to stick down. Put a bit more here, and then I'm going to put more on my piece. Just put some here. Okay, and we might even choose some, just move this for a second. We might even choose some scrapbooking paper for the inside and cut that down. We'll do that bit. I don't know what pages are going in it yet, so we'll just do that bit. And I need a bit more here, I think. Let's see how we go. Okay, so we need to have it there, I think. No, over a bit. Yeah, don't want that glue there. Cool. This is fun. I like doing. This is what I see. I told you I see possibilities when they're broken. When the covers are broken, I just think, oh, this is going to be fun. It used to stress me when I didn't know, when I was just learning. And then, because I thought, oh, I am the worst. Because I am, well, I'm not the best journal maker, like technically not the best, but I actually really like just making it up, what I think will work, doing something a bit different. So we need to put some glue under there, you can see that, and we'll see where else we need to put it. And this, oh gosh, this glue really sticks down, it really does. Need some more glue under there. Whoops. Okay. Cool. That's going to be nice. So while that's drying, I need to put some glue up there. Okay, I don't want to mess around with it too much because then your fingers start to get dirty with the glue, and then now I'm just going to wipe that down, and then while it's drying a little bit, I will get my, you'll just have to bear with me a second, I'm going to hop up and grab my scrapbooking paper. So, well, I'll just leave that up there so it can dry a second. I'm just going to grab some scrapbooking paper so we can decide, or maybe do we want scrapbooking paper, or would we like fabric? Would we like fabric? That's what it's going to look like. Oh, so cool. I don't want to do that until it's dry though, it's going to lift off. Okay, we can't fold it until it dries. So hopefully it'll dry by later, and then I'll photograph it. Okay, so let's have a look. I think I put scrapbooking paper in there. So let me just grab some. just want to see if I've got any bits in here because it's not a very big book. And rather than cutting up a new one, I might have some pieces that are big enough in here. Because there's, well, if I haven't used them for something else, there's usually a few nice bits in here. Unless I've used them. Maybe. I love that one. Lulu painted that years ago. Oh look, see, these are good. These are small and they'll fit. These types. Love that one. Just pulling out a few options and then I'll decide. I say a few, but there's probably, there'll probably be multiple options pulled out. Multiple. They're too small. Oh, I love that one. That's a big piece. I love that one. And there's lots there that look like they're a good size. Not that one. Okay, so let's have a look. And then I'll have to grab my cutter. So that's dry now. This is drying. We'll let that dry. There's a lot of glue there, so it's very, it'll stiffen too when it dries. So we've got this. Oh, this is already folded for a signature, so I might not choose that one. I like that one, just, I don't like that grungy side. I like this side. I don't mind that side, but let's see what I choose. I love this with the bird, but the bird will go sideways. Oh, but I can cut the bird off and use that for something else. So that's an option. I like that piece. I love this piece. Not so much. That one's better to make journal cards out of. That one's folded. Not that one. Oh, I love the blue. I like this one, my favourites. I love that side. Oh, I like that side even more. Okay, so this is one. And I think I might like that one. Or the green one. Because they're the perfect width. So it's silly to cut up one of the bigger pieces when you've got the perfect width already. So, and I actually don't need my big cutter because these are small. So what I'm going to do is just put it there. I want to see a little bit of the edging of the, I'm going to have the darker blue, I think, this time. I'm going to grab a pencil and I can't see, can I? I can slide it over like that and then I can see. I need to cut it about there. Oh gosh, I won't be able to see that. I better cut it straight away. Okay, so with the other one I didn't do that step, did I? Oh no, I can't do that step because, well, I can't do that step here either, but I'll cut it. I'll tell you why I can't do that step, because I need to prepare. I can just see my marking there. I need to prepare. It's going to be a floating spine. I nearly forgot. You cannot glue this down unless you want your fabric to come over the top. But I like to glue this. We'll prepare the floating spine. That's what we'll do. I can't glue this down yet. Good thing I remembered that. Now here, all I need to do is measure it there, and I'll measure it on the border edge. Cut that, and then so we can keep the little birdie for something. And trim off the logo, the Stamperia. I mostly use, I only really use Stamperia papers, and I'll have to trim off. I can put it in a little bit, so then I don't have to trim off the corners, and that will go there. So that'll be my. That's what it'll look like when you open it. But I cannot glue them in now because we need to do the floating spine. So why don't we do that? Why don't we do the floating spine? Okay, so I need some. I usually just use my straw paper for that. I've got this. This one's good. Oh, that's a big piece. I can't pull that piece out. Let me see. Here we go. But I like this one. This one. Sometimes the straw paper is thinner. Sometimes it's thicker. This is a thicker one. I think I'll get a piece of this, and I'm just going to rip this piece off. Yeah. like so. I want it to be wider, so that's going to be good. So I go normally about, yeah, 1.5 inches over my edge plus the spine. Okay, that's my and I just make them, my pages will be shorter, so I need to make it a bit shorter than the actual height thing. And then I'll just tear that off. See, it's very approximate. I don't measure much. I will be measuring where I'm going to put my holes though. That can go over there. And then I get a piece of fabric and I glue fabric to it. I glue it to the fabric, let's say. So grab this fabric again. Grab the glue book. Change my page. Grab the glue book. Put some glue on here. This is the easiest way, I think. That should be enough. We'll see. And spread your glue everywhere. So this is my hidden way of doing a hidden spine. Floating hidden spine, I should say. It's a floating one. It's not attached. It's not glued down onto there. The other one's going to be glued down onto it. Oh, we did prepare that bit, didn't we? I forgot about that. It's different. This is going to be different because the other one was glued onto the cardstock, the heavy cardstock, the cardboard, I should say. This is going to be glued. This is paper glued onto fabric, so it's like making fabric paper. Sorry, I'm just trying to find the appropriate spot to stick it down. So I'm going to stick it on here. And then I'm going to just cut it out. I'll cut it out better in a second. So I'll make sure, yes, it's nice and flat there. Okay, and I could choose to leave it a little bit taller. So I might just cut it like that. Like so. Okay, and then, oh, we need to trim these edges off, so we'll cut that flush with the paper. And then we do need to do a little bit of measuring here. I like to get all that prepared. When I'm preparing cover, I like to get that all prepared so that when I'm ready to put it all together, it's all sort of, so it's 6 inches, okay, tall, so that's good to know. And when it's 4.5 inches, so it, oh, I have to do centimeters, sorry guys, 11.5. So half of 11 is 10.5 plus 2.5. I need a sharper pencil. That's better. And what did I say? Sorry, 5.5 plus 2.5 centimeters. So there, that's my center. I would just measure that there. Again, 5.75. Okay, draw my line down like so. Probably can't see. I've drawn a line down the center, and here was 3, so that was easy. I'm measuring the paper, not the fabric. The paper is what interests me. So 3 is my center, and then in this case, stitch them 1.5. Will I stitch them? No, I'll stitch them 2. So I'm put a marking at 2 inches and 2 inches there. And then I'll probably do 3 signatures. So I'll just do my signatures 1 centimeter apart. So put a marking at 9 and a marking at 7 and draw my lines. I showed you this before on the other one. Like so. Should be straight more or less. Okay, and then I put my marking in the center, just eyeballing it there and there and there. And then when it's dry, I'll punch my holes, and then that will be the side that you'll see. And I also like to trim, I'll use these scissors, these off at an angle so that they are not peeking out too much from the cardstock. So what will happen is you'll stitch your pages into this. So actually what I need to do also is measure my spine is, okay, let's measure, so it's, let's see what in inches. So it's 1.5 inches. Sorry, I have to do centimeters. So let's pretend it's 4 centimeters. So the 2. So I need 2 centimeters on each side. So 6. So I'll go a bit inside from there, and that's where I will fold it. So about there will be my fold. There. And there. And that will sit in there. Okay, and you'll have your pages stitched to this. Then you glue those down, and then these attach there and there, and then you'll have your floating spine there. It won't, you don't have to stitch in through your stitching. Okay, so that's what's going to happen. So keep these, I'll clip these together so I know they go together with that particular journal, because I once lost them. I once lost my bits and I had to do them again. Okay, so I'll put those together. I don't know if I dare move this yet. It's still wet. Just give you an idea of what it's going to look like. I don't want to fold it. It's still very wet, but it's going to be like that. Isn't that cute? I like it. And look at that, how it's going to look in the bookshelf, or lying down on top of other books. Okay, so there we go. So that's my video for today. We've constructed a soft, it's soft, but it's going to actually be quite stiff. This, because it's got a lot of layers, it's going to be quite stiff. The spine, it's not going to be floppy. And then we're going to do, when I make this, it's going to be a hidden spine, a hidden floating spine, whereas the other one is just a hidden spine. This one here, I haven't cut out my cardstock yet, but that one's going to glue, stitch the things in, and then it's going to glue on there. So that's not floating, that's glued on there. I don't know if that's confusing, but anyway, there we go. It's going to be cute. It's going to be nice big books, lots of room to put things in. So there we go, two different ways of recreating our spine. This one we also enlarged the spine because it was teeny tiny. I don't think it was even a centimeter. Well, it might have been a centimeter. It could have been a centimeter, that's a centimeter there. It's like 1/4 of an inch. Yeah, a bit more than 1/4 of an inch. That there. Okay, so there you go. So I hope you enjoyed that, and I will see you again soon. Thank you for watching. Bye.